And we are back here once again with another episode of the Cloud9 podcast, season 10, episode 12. We are going to be going on a 2-week break for the LCS. The LCS does not return until like the second week of March or something. So in the meantime, we'll be able to digest a whole bunch of games from the LPL, the LCK, which just returned, and we also have the LEC concluding this week coming up. So realistically, we're gonna have some fun time on the show and give you guys our valuable insight. But at least we can have this episode right now because it'll give us a chance to talk about like the LCS teams in general, just like our, feelings about what we really think the teams are going through and basically kind of why some of them have been drastically underperforming or overperforming in most cases as well. And I know a lot of you guys tried to basically watch me stream the Spider-Man PS4 remastered. I'm gonna have to try and rework some settings in my computer for it to work actually. But yeah, you will somewhat see game streams on the channel. I'm gonna be limiting how many like game streams are gonna be on the channel. I probably
pretty much what he's saying is he ain't gonna be playing more. He gonna be playing less League. Then all y'all people are complaining. Guess what? He gonna be playing more Pokemon, more Yu-Gi-Oh, more Spider-Man. That all y'all bitches can stop complaining. You know what? If you got a problem, eat a dick, niggas.
And you can eat Shaz's ass.
Yeah, that too. Eat my ass. Put some hot sauce on it, bitch.
Good Lord. Yeah, so I have the Pokemon TCG Live. I log into it, and I'm like, you know what? I could go play with Lennon's Pikachu if I really wanted some.
Hell
yeah.
And while I'm in the back playing Carlos Pikachu about that.
She's like literally, I think maybe 100 pounds.
Okay.
I was like, this girl don't eat no food. I swear.
Guess what? I'm gonna put a pound of dick in her.
Oh, God. But yes, everyone, this is my Xbox controller. Xbox controllers are always better than PlayStation controllers. But PlayStation always had my heart. I was always a Nintendo Sony kid, actually.
I was mostly Nintendo to 2009. The
only Xbox console I ever got that I made the exception for was the 360 because I thought it was just genuinely better. I just liked it way more.
Same here.
Other than that, I always just had PlayStation and Nintendo stuff. Actually,
I can tell you this: I was Nintendo. Mm-hmm. I always wanted a PS2. Couldn't get one. Just never had the money, and I kept moving where it never made sense to have a PS2 where Nintendo was always just portable. In fact, I could always just bring it with me and all that. 2009, I got a PS2. 2012, I got an Xbox 360. It's the only Xbox I've ever had. People say, "How were you so good at Halo?" I was always playing Halo on my friend's Xbox, and I just got good at it. PS3, that was the first system I could say I enjoyed. Like PS2 too, but PS3.
I'll be honest with you, man. The PS3 360 era, I genuinely really that was my favorite era of games.
That was my favorite era too.
Fun. So much fun. I like the GameCube PS2 era too. Those are classic.
I love those era. I just wish I would have had one of those systems. That
360 era with the Modern Warfare 2. Oh my God, so much fun, man.
And PS3 was the Borderlands. Oh my, Borderlands and Gran Turismo. I was just
the PS3 was way ahead of the time. Remember how that shit was literally because on Xbox you had to pay for Xbox Live, some gay bullshit like that. PS3 you just got that shit. You play online for free. It's free internet on a console, just free internet.
Plus also, if you had an update, you're allowed to play DVDs on it. Or if you couldn't do DVDs, you were able to upload it through the PS3 on the USB drive to watch movies for the PS3.
Hellhound, what's up, buddy? Yeah, we have another stream after this coming up, hopefully. If not, then I'm going to just get this DBZ Fighter or League of Legends thing going because I want a game. Because I've had a pretty interesting day. I'll just say that. It wasn't bad. It was just like, you know what? Let's just get back to my work week. My days off are going to be over in a moment. But last night, I went over to Lennon's house and I forgot the keyboard I was supposed to give her. So she tried to get me to go clean her fucking office that her and her sister clean because it's her other job. And they wanted me to sweep God, her fucking tits were see-through. I'm like, you're wearing a see-through shirt. She was like, your bra's white. And she's like, how do you know? It's like, it's see-through. I could just see it. So I'll just like hit her tits every once in a while, you know?
You gotta smack her tits, man, because knowing her, she's the kind of girl that
she likes touch. She wants me to touch them soft, actually.
Yeah, because I'm telling you right now, she's one of those teasers. She looks like she does that on purpose. Well, I got a woman at work who likes to bend over and then act like, and it gets bad when you look at her. I was like, you're the one with the fat ass. It's like, how the fuck you get mad at me for looking at your fat ass? Got a big old butt. But they get mad at me when I look over. I'm like, damn, she got a big old butt. Like you shouldn't be looking at my butt. I was like, first of all, you're the one that's married. Like, why are you bending over for guys to look at your ass? Like,
oh God. And I'm getting the Iron Man podcast uploaded to the podcasting platform for you guys. Currently, right now, I'm on episode 304. So by tonight, I'll be pretty much almost done, and then tomorrow, get the rest done. So it literally should be done by tomorrow. But nevertheless, now you guys are here for us to talk about League of Legends stuff. But Hellhound had a question for Chaz. He says, "Yo, Blanks, you ever play Star Ocean way back?"
I've heard of it, but I never played it.
That's weird because Halo has it. You talk about Halo. Halo has a competitive scene. It's got an esport to it. The newest Halo game does. I don't really follow, but Halo games just never really attracted me for some reason. I was always a Call of Duty guy because I was fucking boring as fuck.
I tried Call of Duty. I like playing the companion because the story, because I'm a history buff. That's why when Black Ops came out and they said that you could go on missions to kill Castro, I was like, oh hell yeah! I wish they would have done like a DLC mission where you were able to save Kennedy. It was like,
COD straight up peaked at that time. Modern Warfare 2, 3, Zombies, Black Ops 2, Black Ops.
I don't know about Black Ops 2. I didn't care for Black Ops.
You didn't like Black Ops 2? What?
I didn't care for it.
That was like the last good one they actually made.
It was good, but I Modern Warfare 3 is what I peaked at. I dropped out of it. It was after that because Black Ops 2, it could have been to me a whole lot better. They did everything great. I don't know. I love the storyline of the games. Black Ops 2 was kind of like, okay, it was good, but the original one where you was going through Vietnam, you started off in one
part. The storylines in those games actually weren't bad, genuinely speaking.
Oh no, definitely the original Black Ops. I wish they would have done a DLC mode where it was like Dallas, 1963. Yeah. You know the mission. It's like I wish they would have been like, you have to save President Kennedy. I was like, fuck. You got 5 minutes to get to the top of the depository to kill Lee Harvey Oswald, or else your mission fails. I wish they would have done something like that. That would have been like a little. That would have been cool too, because it was like.
All right, let's go over some LCS stuff. So the LCS 2024 spring split has begun, and we are currently at about 5 weeks at this point now.
Yeah, 5 weeks.
2-week break. I went to LA, saw the team play. This girl hit me up and whispered in my ear. She's like, "Hey, yo, daddy, I'm gonna need your BBC and my fucking tight pink pussy. Come back to my hotel room." And I was like, you know what? Fuck watching League. I'm gonna go pound this girl's brains out.
But guess what? You didn't realize when he went back to the girl's hotel room, she had a cock.
A chick with a dick.
Yeah, big
slinging old meat together, jerk each other off, see how long it is together.
She was slinging meat like she was slinging meat like her name was Arby's. Like she got the meat.
Oh God. I'm just saying you got to get let's get physical. As I always say with physical media.
I'm telling you right now, man. You know who need to get physical? Berserker was fucking Vulcan for being trash. That's what he needed to do. Man. That motherfucker need to fight because at this point.
Yeah, let's talk about Cloud9 first, because people can be like, "What about the guys? The title's there to attract you to watch. Doesn't have to be in order." But Cloud9 is probably the biggest disappointment right now for like the LCS, because you look on paper, for the roster. Jojo Pion usually he's been a top 3 mid outside of his first split ever since he came into the league. He was clearly one of the best mid laners last year. He was clearly an upgrade on paper to a Menace, because a Menace is borderline a crackhead. So it was a slam dunk that they should pick up Jojo Pion. we said that they should get someone else beside Fudge. And people said Wonder. It's like, no. Wonder is running it. Someone just completely new. Do what KT did. Just get a rookie. Just get perfect. See what happens. Something like that. We've already seen what Fudge can do. We've already seen his peak. It's not going to be getting you anything more than what you've already been getting. Literally just get someone new. But they didn't. They kept Fudge. And the guy was like, but he won 3 LCS splits. And I was like, okay. Have you seen this guy play at last World Championship? He was practically running it down pretty hard. He only ever won on Rumble. And who doesn't win on Rumble at this point? It's like Champion's like mega OP as fuck.
It don't matter if he won 3 LCS or splits. The San Francisco 49ers replaced Joe Montana with Steve Young. And Joe Montana won 4 Super Bowls. That's me. I'm telling you right now. Don't replace it. Don't give a fuck. They do not care.
Because right now, currently, they are 4-5 right now. And if you're looking at how competitive the LCS actually is, because a lot of people always say the LCS, this is the most competitive split of the LCS ever. It's always something parroted in a lot of these sports leagues too. It's always the most competitive. No, this split for the LCS is the most competitive right now. And if you're looking at just how bad Cloud9 individually have been, JoJo's Blabber is just has to be his worst split by far. He's not really been a super effective. Jojo Piana's not been super effective. There was a few of those games where he's walking around literally just doing nothing. Berserker and Vulcan are on a blind speed date where how you get to on a date with a girl, you find out what she looks like. It's just some fat troon.
A blind speed date, but one's blind, the other one's deaf.
And one might be a troon. And you're like, I'm out.
No, the troon's up in the top lane because he ain't got no balls to do anything.
Berserker and Vulcan just don't work. Vulcan's been not good for quite some time, honestly. That FlyQuest split, I guess it was so bad he wasn't the main focal point, but he didn't play well with Prince at all. And at this point, Robin?
That whole thing with FlyQuest wasn't his fault. That was FlyQuest's fault. They should have never picked him up.
Yeah, because my thing here is he's been playing pretty subpar for quite some time. I guess you're thinking on paper they bring him back and he might pair up well with Berserker because people were saying Zen was better for Berserker, but the problem here, Zen is not a long-term support solution. You need a good long-term support solution. That's what you need. Is Vulcan that guy? Doesn't look like it anymore. It just because people but JoJo and Pion and Vulcan play together. Yeah, these are the same guys who play together that bombed out of EG2. We saw them play together and they completely bombed out. Although they had COVID at a certain point in that season.
COVID plus you got management, you got a whole Nicole and the whole fucking team.
Yeah, Nicole. Yeah.
She burnt. She burnt the ADC to the ground.
And the org.
That too. Started with him, and then it was a chain effect that got worse. But Vulcan,
as I always say, never give black women, keys to the kingdom. They'll legit burn it down to the ground.
No, never give someone who's unexperienced keys to the kingdom. Her being black wasn't the issue. Not her. And the thing is, I found this out. She wasn't even top of her class. She was in the middle. Second, she had a good social media presence. Mm-hmm. That's what makes her appealing because she's very interactive with the people. A lot of times, companies see that. Oh yeah, that's what we need. We need someone who's able to get in front of the people and talk. Right. But also that makes you a crash dummy because in a sense, what happens is if an issue happens, they put you up front. Oh, and then they gave her keys to the kingdom. Said, "Oh yeah, do this." While the plane was crashing, the people already jumped out the fucking plane.
Because I know people were looking at Cloud9's roster and going, "Well, there's a good chance they bounce back, guys. There's a good chance if they lose more games, they're out. They don't make playoffs. You guys really know it's 16 this time around. Well,
Yep.
spring's always been 6 teams. For summer, it would just be 6 teams by default again because there's 2 less teams in the league. Like their next matches coming up in week 5 and 6 is FlyQuest, Team Liquid. These 2 teams have already beat them. Dignitas, and Immortals, who did beat them, and Shopfire Rebellion, who also beat them. The only team that they've beaten on that list is Dig. They literally are 1-5 against the teams that have already beat them. It's not looking like, hey, they'll just come and slam dunk this. Do I think the players are good enough to turn it around? Yeah, I'm not saying they're not. The problem here is like, I don't see it, honestly. I think they will somewhat pull it together, but I think it's only going to be pulling it together because given how volatile the league looks right now, something's going to happen to one of these teams to the point where they might just, not like implode, but they just, underperform and don't play good on the day, honestly. Yeah. Like, Berserker and Vulcan do not work out at all. If people think there's synergy there, that's probably why you're iron at League, just saying. If you think that's synergy, whoo, good lord, that's bad, Also, Cloud9's coaching staff, I heard it's literally just Mithy and High and Vagar V2. And Mithy's never really been that good of a head coach. I mean, his drafts are super predictable. He's always drafted really bad. Teams' play styles are very limited around Mithy. He was on 100 Thieves at a single point. Remember? Like, their play style got super predictable with this guy. It's like, bruh. They're 4-5. There's a good chance. I mean, as long as you finish 9-9 with potentially a tiebreaker to get into playoffs, that's probably their best bet right now, given how competitive the league looks right now. But yeah, I've just been, it's literally is a disappointment right now, given the expectations on the roster, bar none. It's just a whole flat load of disappointments. So they're just literally loading, taking a shit, waking up, taking a shit, eating, going to the studio, drafting, losing, getting off, going home. Like the 100 Thieves game, yeah, was somewhat of a pretty good game. Backdoor and everything, but you got to factor in if they're doing that good with like Zeri pentakills and moving around the map, why isn't this game over? It's just so much problems, man. I can't do it. Good lord. But 100 Thieves is 6-3. They have sole possession of second. What do you think, man? Because I got them at like, what do we have them at, like 6th? Maybe, I think. Highest?
No. I had him at 5th. No, 4th to 5th because I said top 3 were Cloud9, NRG, FlyQuest. I said 4th seed. I said 4th to 5th seed were between Team Liquid and 100 seed. I said one of those two. I had it between one of those two spots. Because I was like, there's no way they're worse than freaking.
Yeah. The fact that they're second place with some of these players in the league right now on some of these more like, it's not really a bottom team right now, but like given how the other rosters look, because I think Sniper has made a case that he's all pro worthy for spring so far, give or take how these last few weeks might look. I think he's 1v1 like all the top laners. He's did generally well in lane because, a lot of people were kind of shitting on this guy saying he doesn't know how to play the game. His macro sense is kind of off and all this sort of stuff. And that stuff you're going to have to do better with time. But overall, he's actually looked genuinely good. He's not been the reason why they've lost any game. Honestly, he's actually been the reason why they've been winning a good amount of their games too. Would I give him MVP as the 2 weeks when we get the LCS back? All depends on his very few last weeks. If you look at how he's actually affected how the other team has functioned, because this is kind of what they wanted out of Someday still, being aggressive in lane, 1v1s, TPing on time, side laning very good. I'll say he definitely is one of my MVP candidates when the split comes back, if his gameplay keeps up. The biggest problem with the 100 Thieves that I think might be a problem with them when it comes to playoffs is their bot lane. Because it's easy enough to win like one random best of one. Their bot lane is bad, guys. Ayla is criminal. I don't know. He's getting away with this, man. Literally, it's basically River Quid Sniper carries him, and he just does random retard recon engages. That's all he does. And I don't know if I think B-Boy is better what's his name? Not B-Boy. Masu. Masu and B-Boy, I do think are genuinely better because I don't know what they really want out of Meech. Maybe Meech is supposed to be the guy that's supposed to just be on utility and just kind of sit there and scale. And if that's what they need out of him, he needs to do a little bit better at that because him and Ayla have been the reason why they've even lost the game that they did, or almost somewhat lost the game that they did. I did like the fact that I think we talked about this a few weeks ago with them. It's like, if you're going to make a decision, you need to commit to it. They did it in that Team Liquid game, remember? There was a moment in that Team Liquid game where they needed to do something and they got the Baron. And people were like, not a bad call. Their comp gets outscaled that they don't do that Baron. I respect that you kind of flipped it. Either you do that or you lose. You might lose either way. Might as well go out swinging. So, Quid has also looked pretty good. There was that one Akali game he had that looked atrocious, but other than that, he's massively stepped up compared to last split. And River has been good for them. River applies pressure to every single lane. That's crazy how River can apply pressure to every single lane, and their bot lane is still somewhat behind. I don't get it. But right now, these guys are performing much better than everyone expected. They're on a 4-game winning streak right now. That's the highest in the league currently right now. The only other person with a 2-game winning streak is Dignitas. So, but yeah, man, how you feeling? They're actually doing pretty good.
I'm feeling great because I was like, yes, they're finally doing the stuff they need to be doing. They're not messing up. And the good thing is they're not relying on their bot lane to be this overpowering bot lane. It's like, all right, cool. Do what you need to do and keep it moving. It's like,
yeah, last year, if you look at their play style from last year compared to this split, so night and day different. Last year, they were just trying to like sit there and just scale and practically just do nothing. This split, they're trying to get stuff done, getting the mid game for it. Like, even when they're behind in all their games, even the ones they've lost, they've always fought back. They've always tried to make something happen. You know, and that's something that you can improve on. You can always improve on a person being too aggressive because you can always tell them, hey, man, you can be aggressive, but this is the decision you need to make. These are potentially the decisions you need to make after this, choice you make. So, yeah, I'm actually super proud that they've managed to put together a roster of mostly just new people to a certain extent, and have done this well, honestly. Like, they are right now overachieving. So I think people bring up, do I think the teams with the better players will eventually outshine them? Really just depends, honestly. What do you consider better, honestly? Because we've seen these guys play for about almost 9 games, and these guys have shown better. It's like, what, Insanity picking random shit and mid lane is better, honestly? Like, is that really considered better? Like, is Dig really that much better than them? They're actually not, if you look at how their games have gone. So, yeah. Their biggest test right now is honestly just when it comes to playoffs, let's see how the team performs in best of 5s, because it's much harder to look good in best of 5s in playoffs compared to looking good in best of 1s. But yeah, let's go to which team do you want to go to next? NRG, the spicy.
Yeah, NRG. I was about to say NRG.
People were memeing on Cloud9 having a 4-game losing streak. Well, Cloud9's 4-game losing streak is over, everyone. NRG has a 4-game losing streak. They have not won a game since the TL game that they had, where Contracts played Graves Jungle, and I don't think Graves Jungle was a bad pick. It's just it was a bad pick in that game, and he definitely had an advantage over Umpty, obviously, but that was one of the games of all time. NRG have soundly lost every game after that to Shopify, Immortals.
Yeah,
they lost to 100 Thieves, and they've also lost to FlyQuest. Their next
FlyQuest made sense,
and they lost to Cloud9, and they also have lost to Dignitas. Yeah, they've lost a lot of games. Oh, sorry. So, they've lost four straight. Yep. And their next games, just coming in week 5, are against Team Liquid and against Immortals. There's a good chance if they drop and go 0-5 in their last games, they're also knocking on the door of not making playoffs. Because I think initially people thought, hey, they're going to come into the split and kind of ramp up, right? They looked good enough in the first few weeks that they played, but they've been looking rough themselves, honestly. Yeah. Like, remember that dive that FBI and Huhi did against Berserker and Vulcan? There's no reason you should be doing that. They already got all the advantage. All they need to do is just come back to lane, potentially solo 2v2 kill them, get turret plates because Berserker and Vulcan played the lane so bad that they had a chance to do that. It's like Palafox has looked rather okay, but gets killed up in side lanes a lot. Dokal has looked like he's just, I don't say running it, but looks just kind of meh, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, Contracts just looks like their best player by far right now. Yeah. FBI and Huhi can take over a game, can win you a game. It's shown in their wins that they can do very well together still. But
they can also show you that those throw games so fast. Like,
yeah.
Feels like we're going to see this all over again. Be like, we can win you a game, but it's like, oh, hey,
we
guys.
Straight up stop you the game, too. We could just straight up blow this shit out, honestly.
Like, yeah.
Or we could just run it.
or we could go 45 minutes in this throw. I'm like, what? How the fuck you go 45 minutes and then you decide to throw on one fight? I'm like,
because I know people have said, like, well, with Huhi, it's going to bring them more stability, but they're back to the same NRG that they kind of were before. But now they've just been losing to everyone. At least they beat some people before. It's like, why can we never get consistency with these people? What is with this fucking Oregon no consistency, like, ever, honestly? So, what do you think, man, about NRG right now?
I'm not surprised. It's sad, but I'm not surprised. The biggest thing I want to look at is it's just me, and this is much more than LCS. Is most of these teams weakest link the bot lane?
Really feels like it. The bot lanes have been perma-sprinting it.
Because it's like Cloud9 bot lane is meh. 100 Seeds is meh. FlyQuest is meh. NRGs is
Dignitas don't even count that. That's not a bot lane. That's
IMT don't count that either. Shopify Rebellion, the whole team is just. I think Shopify Rebellion might have the most consistent bot lane if their fucking mid laner was his fucking wacky ass.
Yeah, you're right. The only consistent bot lane so far has been B-Boy and Zazel, honestly.
Yeah, matter of fact, I'm about to get to Shopify in a minute, but no, NRG's just. I don't know if it's a hangover from last year, but my goodness, this team.
Like, a lot of their plays have just not been working out. Like, their objective setups have been pretty bad. The side laning has been off. Like, they generally have not been playing that good, honestly. Yeah. I was hesitant to put faith in them as, like, the second place team, but it's like, nope. You know, I had to reel myself back in. It's like, no, I'm not getting fooled by this again. Nope. Not getting tricked. Fuck that. Oh, God. It's like, I think they also with Cloud9 have that potential to be at that 9-9 record, give or take how the last few weeks pan out. Because we have one regular best of 1 week, 2 days, and then we have the super week to end off this regular portion of the split. And then it's playoffs. And I'm thinking to myself, given how competitive the league looks, guys, it's there's a good chance. There's 5 games left. So Cloud9 could finish Cloud9 NRG, given the fact they don't face each other again, because Cloud9 already 2-0'd them during the split, they could easily finish 9-5.
Yeah.
Oh God. Imagine finishing 9-5 with Cloud9's roster when people thought you were supposed to be the best team, bar none. Oh God. But hey, if they turn around in playoffs and completely shit stomp everybody, then that's different. But I have also heard the fact that, teams in scrims have discovered they are not as unbeatable as they once thought.
Yeah.
Crazy. What's next you want to cover? Well, we're already on Shopify, so might as well cover them, I guess.
Yeah, let's talk about them. They might have the most consistent bot lane, but their mid laner is on drugs. What the fuck is he picking? What?
I guess he just what's that thing for like sports sometimes when the coach knows the guy's so bad, the coach is like, go out there and have some fun.
He's living up to his name insanity because he got these insane ass picks. What the Scion mid?
The only reason why you'd ever put your mid laner on a tank is because they're so shit at playing mages that they're going to have value from that tank pick. It's actually a disrespectful thing to put your mid laner on a mage unless it's just meta, obviously. If it's meta in the patch, that's fine. But generally speaking, if you put your mid laner, which is supposed to be traditionally a part of your team that's supposed to be a carry. I'm not saying you can't carry through tanks, but They know that he can't play mages properly to the point where it's going to be an advantage for their team. So they know that they have to put this guy in an advantageous position on a tank to get an advantage out of this guy. Because he's played like Zach. Zach's broken, but I wouldn't really pick Zach mid.
Zach mid. He played Vayne mid or something.
No, it was JoJo. That was JoJo.
Yeah, JoJo was trolling into him, and oh fuck! I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
He's trying to show he has a champion Ocean without the benefits of a champion Ocean. To have a champion Ocean, you need to. It's like playing Yu-Gi-Oh. It's like playing like all the meta decks, right? Let's say the meta decks are like, I don't know, Flunderies, Charlements, and Fire Kings. Well, yeah, to be fair, technically you have a Yu-Gi-Oh deck Ocean, but if you can only play like Fire Kings good, you have a puddle.
Yeah, it's
you can have many champions you can play, but if you're only good at like one of them, I mean,
it's like
shit, honestly.
With your former mid laner, Meta said he's good at a lot of champions, but then Faker beats you with a champion where Faker chose what? Silas? Faker chose Orianna. It still outlaid you out. See, the reason I like going back to that one, it shows sometimes motherfuckers really don't respect you to the point where it's like I beat somebody.
Mage, I think did this week, right? He played Orianna against Team Liquid, and it was that looked bad. That looked legit bad. No. He got beaten by Aurelion Sol, people. Orianna, who was a fuck. My dude lost Aurelion Sol as Orianna, bruh. You lose to APA in this fucking split. You are legit crackhead. The only mage he's played is Orianna.
Yeah,
that's the only mage he's played. He's mostly played just random shit. Honestly, Boogie had the one good game against FlyQuest. He had that Wukong game, which really was good. I don't see why people stop picking Wukong. Like, Wukong works perfect in this meta. There's Vi.
Wukong is counted a lot, too. That's the issue as well.
Like, if you're picking a meta of, like, if there's Xin Zhao and Vi in the meta, along with maybe Graves, Wukong, in my opinion, fits fine. Because if you're going to pick Sejuani, I think Wukong was fine. But yeah, to be fair, Wukong's just basically kind of a weaker version of Xin Zhao, essentially. You can't really get him going. But I think he's a valuable pick, honestly, in my opinion. But, what have you thought about Smolder? Because I know FlyQuest brought out Smolder against Shopify Rebellion, and they got completely ass-railed.
Okay, Smolder ain't it. Smolder's not
Maybe it's because Masu plays it, actually.
Yeah, that too.
I swear, man, if people said Lucian is bad, if you look at like how Lucian is played in LTK, you'd be like, oh, okay. All right. It's just LCS and LEC just suck with this. Like when the whole Lucian Nami thing, Asian regions, Lucian Nami, OP as fuck. Western regions, trash.
Yeah.
Water booty juice. Oh my God. Bevo. Yeah, Insanity played Scion mid against 100 Thieves. But this week he played 2 games of Orianna. I'm trying to go back and see what was the last time this guy actually played something that wasn't random, essentially. Like, I have to also question, like, yeah, the only time he's generally, because he's played Orianna, Scion. Okay, I'm going back to the Dig game he played. This game he played, let me see. He played Garen mid. Remember, he played the first ever Garen mid professionally. He did do that. Yeah, with Ghost. Why would you ever put Ghost on Garen? His W gives him whatever, man. I'm not trying to lose my brain tonight. Fucking hell. Yeah, he's played 3 games of Scion, 1 Garen, 1 Zac, and 2 Orianna. That's his pool. That is his champion pool right there. That's it. Oh, he tried playing Akali one game too, and that was that bro. That
oh no, God no.
You should never pick Akali ever. If your mid laner plays Akali like that, you might have to investigate him for doing crack. Oh God. So yeah, for Shopify, I mean, Fake God's been. I think you just put Licorice in. Fake God is not good. Boogie is more or less so more cold than hot. But if he is hot, he's decent and he knows what he's doing. But when he's cold, he's rather useless. Insanity is quite literally can't play mages properly. That'll get mega exposed in playoffs if you can't put your mid laner on proper mages to win. And their bot lane of Bevoy and Zazel. I guess the most consistent bot lane, maybe.
And my thing is, who did he replace again?
Fake God, he replaced Haunter.
No. Saying he replaced somebody last year. Was it Chime?
Oh, Ruby.
Ruby.
Because no, remember they wanted to have Ruby for TSM, but he came in late on a visa or whatever, so they just played Insanity right there.
Yeah, that's true. Yep. Oh yeah, no, Hamza should have been retired. Like I went back and saw his games. I was like,
his last good year was 20. His last good year was like 2018.
Oh, I was about to say 2020, but yeah, 20. No.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he was on Golden Guardians for 2020. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was decent in 2020, right. But
yeah,
that was his last good year. That was like, yeah,
the fact that they had the Haunter Wild Turtle reunion on TSM last year, bruh. And 100 Thieves had the Double F Beerson reunion.
And
oh my god.
And where's all four of them at now? Three of them are.
I think retired. He's gonna be a coach. I don't know if Wild Turtle is gonna be playing anymore. He just should be a coach at this point. He should be retired. He's a streamer for Shopify, but I think you just hang it up. He wasn't anything that good the last split he played on TSM, honestly.
Yep.
Okay, who else we got here? Immortals. I think Castle is good, but Armeo doesn't ever play around him ever anything consistently. Armeo's just so washed and trash. Why is he still playing? Mask is just scared of. Mask has what Quid had last year. He's just kind of just like not doing anything.
He doesn't have kind of
just like letting the game go.
He doesn't have the confidence yet. That's the biggest thing with Mask. He doesn't have
even when he does kind of carry a game, it doesn't even look that good, honestly. You know, like even when he's on something like Talia or Oriana or Azir, doesn't really look like he ever got much done or never place he ever takes over a game. And Tactical, Tactical has been their best player, kinda, but like you can't really rely on that guy long term. He'll just fucking he'll sang you every time you fucking trust that guy. Ole's been like technically their best player, but he's paired with Tactical, so like how far can that really go, dude?
Yeah.
You know? But what do you think about Immortals, which is besides the usual?
They're doing better than I thought they were going to be doing. Does that mean they make playoffs? I don't believe so. I don't think they're going to make playoffs, but they'll be close.
They've lost the last two games. They've let me see their last two games. They've actually lost their last two games. They lost against Dig. I think Dig's 2-0 them on the split, I think.
Yep.
So they've lost to Dig and they've lost to FlyQuest. FlyQuest is right now, I guess, the best team, so that's not that bad.
Yeah.
But losing to Dig, arguably Dig probably should be the worst team. I don't know how Dig is like tied for fourth right now. Their team is not good. Their team, I don't know what's going on. That team is not good. That team is a fraud. That team should be like eighth. That team's playstyle is trash.
But the biggest thing with Dig is they're good at countering teams because they do things that teams don't. That's unorthodox. Throwing team all the way off. It's like you do something unorthodox that someone can't counter. You're in a good position to someone knows how to counter it. Like in a sense, but Dig being as good they are is surprising. It is surprising. It's kind of scary.
Throw them in the fraud territory.
Yep.
The last two teams we got to talk about is Team Liquid. I'm not super convinced of this team either, honestly.
Oh, no, I'm definitely not convinced of this team.
I think the biggest issue with them is they have basically discounted POSIC, and just literally just does random shit that makes no sense. And hopefully the team should be capitalizing on some of the plays he does that are smart. But what I've noticed is his macro sense. I guess he's just trying to make anything happen because it looks like this Team Liquid team is kind of falling into a trap of like, oh, we'll just kind of sit back and scale. But he's the only guy trying to get things done. Like Yon and Core JJ, they've been meh, honestly.
Yeah.
I still don't know why they're so invested in Yawn and APA. I don't get it. Like, I don't like Core JJ's been washed for like since 2022 with Hansama. I'd say he's been not good.
No. I would go as far as back to 2020. I would go as
Like Core JJ has practically been sprinting it, but they have gotten wins. They have a positive win record right now, but this team is just they always do this. They'll have like a good, somewhat early game, and the mid game is like their biggest enemy. They can't figure out what they want to do on the map to close out a game, how to set up an objective in the mid game to get ahead of a part of the map that they should be ahead in. T has to kind of basically play Xin Zhao to really create them to get any pressure done, which is also not even smart things he's doing. He's just remember that game they won against this past week. He just straight up on Xin Zhao just went to a person he arguably hoped like, oh man, my bot lane should collapse first, even though they kind of lost the trade. Team Liquid is just Impact's not really been what I thought he would be on Team Liquid. Actually, he's been like decent, but he really shouldn't be losing to people like Sniper. Honestly, you would think he's much better than that, but no, he's been
But don't forget, this is a young man's game. That's me. Sniper is quick on the typing than he is. Impact's been here for a while. That's me.
A long time actually.
He's been in what for a decade? I mean, not in the LCS.
He's been in since 2015. Yeah.
That's me. What he won Worlds in 2013, right?
Yeah.
2013.
His success has been there. It's just like
was it 2013 or was it 2015?
No, it's 2015. Yeah.
That's 20. Okay.
Because with Impact, because he's usually been that solid rock of a top laner that you can generally count on. He's just been getting really hard stomped this split, honestly. He's just been not like even on Udyr, he hasn't looked good, honestly. He looked good in that one Udyr game against Cloud9, but
Yeah, Cloud9. And that's Fudge. That's me.
Yeah, Fudge doesn't really count for anything right now. He's been ass.
Yeah, cheeks. Super cheeks. It's like it's like damn. You look at it, you're like damn, but at the same time you can't really be surprised because it's like you look at it, you're like
this Team Liquid team is not good themselves. This is a legit bad team.
Yep.
I think most of the teams in the league right now are not like good. It's somewhat competitive because of how bad all of them are collectively. But you look at Dignitas, they should be bar none 8th, no wins.
They should be. Them and IMT, but it's like, but see, IMT knows how to play up. They just
IMT has some game sense. They just don't have good players to get them to the other hump.
Yep.
Like their players aren't necessarily bad. It's just more like none of them have the ideas in order to push the game forward. Team Liquid's they know they have the players that know how to push a lead, but in the mid game they're just lost on what needs to be done. NRG is just you flip a coin. Just get a coin, flip it, see where it lands.
Because they're saying they know how to win the early game. It's to that mid to late game. They take a risk. If it don't work, it's like in the Super Bowl being up by. It's pretty much like Falcons being tied. They could go for the win by running the ball, but they decide to throw it. Miss, the other team picks it off and runs it for a touchdown for the game. That is NRG. They make moves where you're like, if they do not win this fight, they're gonna lose this game. And it's like you look at that, you're like, wait a second. And then you look at IMT the same way, Diggs the same way. Shopify the same way at times. You're like,
yeah, because you look at some of these teams like you just mentioned there. These play styles are just bad. Like I get it, people want the narrative so hard to be the LCS is competitive. I look at these games, I think these are straight ass water games. This is bad here. Like if this is considered competitive, throw this region in the trash.
Yeah.
because the only teams playing a clean game is just like FlyQuest, and even the only thing that really hinders them is their bot lane, and that's because, well, they mostly just have like 2 rookies, obviously, you know?
Their bot lane plus their draft selection sometimes, they be picking champions. I'm like...
Yeah, Bwipo doesn't really like conforming to the meta. He likes making his own ways to win, which is fine. I don't always think that's a bad thing, but, you know, sometimes you want to play the meta champions because they give you the best chance of winning, you know, especially in League, obviously. But if you can always play counters to stuff, that's always good. I think the drafting phase in League needs more counters. Like, there's plenty of counters that can work in competitive. Like I mentioned in past episodes, no reason why Keria should be showing people that Bard's a good champion competitively. Bard's a perfect champion for competitive wise. Lane's fine, roams perfectly.
When he played it.
Yeah. He makes it look like it's just a god champion.
Yeah, because we seen Bard played outside of LCK, and it's like shit. And we saw the game this morning where he was playing Ash. He was playing Ash like he was playing like he was at ADC. You're like, oh god. It's like, and then you see some of these players. You see it go Garen mid picking Ghost. I'm like,
yeah, this is the thing. Let hypothetically, if you're drafting, and if someone picks Garen mid, and someone picks Ashe Caitlyn bot, you got out-drafted so hard, I tell you not to go on stage and play that out. I'm just saying. It's that's the thing. I think Jensen has been, I won't say he's been the best mid, but in the field of the mid laners that we have, I mean, I guess he's kind of been one of the best mids, one of the best, maybe top 4. Yeah. He's been more supportive than anything. Inspired's been good. Whipple's been good. Busio's been kind of picking it up with these last few weeks, which I've liked. He's finally kind of finding his groove a little bit. Maybe he's finally going to be this support that I thought he was going to be last year, honestly. Maybe it was just Double kind of holding it back. It was
Double Double said that on the streams all the time. He was saying he was the reason why the team. He was part of the reason why the team didn't work. I think.
I wonder why.
But I think he takes a lot of the blame.
So everything that we said last year, the reason why it didn't work out was because of him, and we were right. Good Lord.
But he's not fully right about that. I would say
we know Double is kind of retarded. To be honest, he kind of stupid.
I would say 25% on him. I would say 25% is Closer. Closer just didn't give up. Closer just gave up halfway.
Closer, this is how bad it was. He quite literally did not jungle for 7 weeks.
Yep.
Quite literally didn't jungle for 7 weeks. Got a first blood within week 8. This man was trying to lead that team. Oh my god, her ass juicy.
Yup, he did not. Oh god, literally. Yup, and with the first half, when they still had, Jesus Christ, fuck Colombians.
Looks pretty pink.
Yeah. Okay, back to league.
Yeah.
No, he's definitely part of the reason why that team didn't win last year, but that's what Double
does, man. Double creates a play style around him that could be not beneficial for how League is played now. He's just too stuck in his ways to ever, improve, honestly.
But also, part of it was, I think it was, part of it was definitely Busio not speaking up when he should have. And then when he didn't understand what the hell he was saying. Like, he didn't understand.
And that's something that he should also have known too. This is a rookie guy joining his first ever competitive split. He's not gonna know the ropes like someone like he would, And I think also a big problem. You know what makes it even worse is because not only does Double have that playstyle, that reserve scale for late playstyle.
Yep.
Well, Bjergsen has that playstyle too. Then you have Tenacity, who's trying to make stuff happen and close. The playstyles just didn't work. It's just a badly constructed roster just from playstyles, Double for Bjergsen's playstyle would never complement closers and Tenacities and Busio's, Because you see the difference in Busio's play now compared to what he was at last year. You're like, okay, maybe Double is probably holding that dude back. I do think Busio generally did play bad last year. He
definitely did. He definitely played like shit.
This man was missing complete point blank skill shots. weeks on end. Oh my god, that fish is getting devoured. That's just the nature of the ocean. Look, like that dragon looked like a straight demon. Oh my god, it's like a train crash. It's like a train crash, and I can't stop looking away. But yeah, so that's mostly it for the LCS right now. Pretty sure we just got out most of our thoughts on the team so far. We're gonna go for a little bit longer here, reach that coveted mark that I like for the shows, and yeah, that's been pretty much it for the LCS so far. I mean, how have you been liking the actual broadcast? Actually,
they've been good. Could have they been better? Yes, most definitely.
I think the problem with the broadcast now is the personalities are just so bland.
Yeah,
like Raz is just black.
Yeah, he's black.
He is like Lay's plain chips. Emily can be not bland some broadcast days, but she's reserved. Jack's like the only guy that has a personality with these people on like the broadcast desk. It's like the only guy trying to kind of hype them up to get, some more energy on there. The like Captain Flop, like the broad. Let's see. Degon is a shoutcaster now potentially.
Nice.
He's been pretty aight so far. But yeah, that's it for League so far. Next week, this Sunday coming up, we have the LEC 2024 Winter Split Finals. All roads lead back to G2.
Yep.
We'll see where it goes. I think it'd be pretty hype if Fnatic actually made it to the finals. Did you see the Fnatic videos that I sent you on their YouTube channel? Because they do like the whole TSM Legends series. You could go back and watch like episode 1 through 4. Because I think next week they'll be on episode 5. Actually, I think after this week we'll probably see episode 5 to see how the split turns out. But I think you can kind of diagnose what's been really wrong with the team from those videos. Actually, that's just the recent one that they put out. There's episodes 1 through 3 for other clarification on that too. G2 doesn't have a series like that. I'm trying to see if other LEC teams have a series like that. I mean, Giant X do, but I mean, why would I watch a train wreck that I know ends up in a train wreck?
Yep.
So how's been the whole? You going to do a Pokemon?
Yeah, I got Pokemon coming up this week. I got another challenge this weekend. I got one in New York City. If I decide to go, probably not. I could go to one that's in New York City. I probably won't go, but if I do decide to go, I might end up going to that one. In that sense. For next week, and after that, I got a challenge on Saturday. I got a cup on Sunday. I got some tournaments coming up. And after I'm gonna be busy all March. That means my size, besides work Monday through Friday, my Saturdays and Sundays are gonna be. I get off work Friday night, practice for about an hour or 2, go to sleep, wake up, work out, tournaments. If not tournaments, I got pre-releases coming out the 10th and the 17th. Plus, they got one on the 16th or the 9th. I got pre-releases. I got tournaments. I got so much shit I got to do. It is when I say I got a lot of stuff to do. Whew, I got a lot to do. That's me. I got a lot of stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Same here. I had some stuff happen today where it's gonna be causing me to, relocate my resources a little bit more in a different place,
Yeah.
But it's fine. Things happen. I gotta adjust and adapt. Yeah. I can't wait to start playing some more games because I always want to. It's just now I have an Xbox controller. It's paired now, so I can do it. I'm gonna try and see if I can run the Spider-Man PS4 game. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna do it off screen to check the settings and everything, and I'm gonna see if my computer can run it because it should be able to. I can run. I'm probably gonna see if I can run Naruto. What game would you want to see first? The Dragon Ball Z Fighter game or the Naruto Boruto collections that just came out? So I have now ways of playing both.
Yeah, I don't know what I would prefer.
Maybe because I know I'm doing playthroughs of both. I'm just trying to figure out what would people want to initially see first. I'm not putting the playthroughs out on YouTube, guys. I'm sorry. It's just I ain't trying to deal with that copyright bullshit. I'm done. I've been
Yeah.
long done with that. Actually,
No, I feel you on that. That's understandable. Like
the replays will be on. Obviously, the VOD will be permanently up on Rumble, but the VOD will be on Twitch too.
yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out what other thing people want to see here. Because Steam. Oh my god. Steam loads so slow sometimes. But yeah, currently, guys, right now, you will see the episodes of the Cloud9 podcast season 10 on the podcasting platforms right when I get done uploading the Iron Man podcast episodes. Just finished doing episode 304. And when the episodes are all fully done, okay, I'm gonna do a podcast schedule video where I'm going to tell you guys the days of the shows and the approximate times, roughly times that they start. And that should be the last update video I do for a minute. And then that's it, essentially. And we just start moving towards something else. This is one of my biggest goals I wanted to achieve already. And we're already in February, and it's already almost done. So, it's a pretty good thing, obviously. What are you thinking about the market, actually, for Yu-Gi-Oh? So getting baked as usual.
No, actually, it's recovering a little bit. I mean,
you think it's been finally course correcting? Actually,
I think Konami finally did what they were supposed to do. They printed 2 highest chase cards out of
Battles of Legend.
No, not the Phantom Nightmare as ultras. They finally
because I know it's not really necessarily Yu-Gi-Oh this time around on this show, but
yeah,
I have Yu-Gi-Oh news videos coming. I wrote them down. I'm gonna get to them. And he did this news release products just dropped, so it's not that bad. It's gonna give me a couple days, about 8-minute videos, but most people right now are just kind of playing Fire Kings. Like I'm looking at the competitive decks people are playing, and most of it's just been Fire Kings with that one engine you've been talking about. That if you don't play the budget version, you play the it starts with an S, actually.
Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes, yeah. So what does the Snake Eyes engine do for you that the budget version does? It just gives you better options.
No. Snake Eyes is somewhat budget too. The thing is the deal bell star makes it a lot more expensive than it should be, in my opinion. Because honestly, in Snake Eyes is somewhat budget. Okay, I'm not gonna say somewhat budget because you do need DML Star engine. The main thing with the Snake Eyes engine you want to do is you mainly want to play it as an engine, of course. You don't want to, play it and be like, oh, this card's not good. It's good. It's just what it does is it allows you to recur your engine, get cards, and keep it moving. You get to
the Virginia regional. I know Cal posted the no, it's 2023. Nope. Sorry, I almost got lost there. Sorry. I'm trying to find the updated deck list that they've been dropping for some of their posts. Yeah. I'm gonna do the video based around Battles of Legend, everyone, and the Rarity Collection 2. I don't know if you're not got a chance to talk about that, but the new regional that just dropped, it was the WCQ regional, Dragon Link, first place. You had Kashtira, top 4 at a Paris WCQ. People are still playing Kashtira?
Yeah.
Kashtira without a Rise Heart?
It's a going second stun deck. Because they still have Federer.
Right. Yep. 3 Macros Cosmos and 9 hand traps. There you go.
You got Federer that can banish cards straight out from the thing. Plus, you have what's the other card? What's the other Unicorn that can just rip cards out of your extra deck? Like, yeah,
they have voiceless voice.
Yeah, that's supposed to be like a new hybrid extension combo deck in a sense, where it's supposed to.
So the WCQ regional right here, you had 19% Fire King, Snake Eyes, 25% obviously Rogue. But I mean, people are playing, other non-meta decks to try and compete. So it's Fire King, Snake Eyes, Sprite, Flunderies, Labyrinth, Centralon. How you pronounce that?
No, Centurion,
Rescue Ace, and Voiceless Voice.
Yep.
Top 32 was 6 Fire King Snake, 5 Sprite, 4 Flunderies, 3 Labyrinth, 2 Centurion, 2 Rescue Ace, 2 Voiceless Voice. The other random non-meta strategies were Branded Despia, Manadium, Purely, Snake Eyes, Sword Soul, Tier Elements, Unchained, and Vanquish Soul. That sound about right to you?
Yep.
For the format is? Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised people are still playing fucking Purely right now. Holy shit.
Yeah. No, Pearly's kind of nuts.
Have you thought about playing it, actually?
Nah, I played it online. Nah, I'm good.
Just too linear, or just too non-interactive with the opponent?
Too linear, non-interactive. Plus, I think at that time when Pearly came out, I was kind of like bored of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where I was like, and plus when they hit the beta list like a month after the deck got like full powered, I was like, yeah, I'm not playing this deck. Plus, I was like, at that point, I was kind of moving out of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! As much, and I was like, let me just try Pokemon a little bit, like,
okay.
And that was the same about it, because I look at the meta for Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm like, okay, Konami finally did something right. They did make Promethean Princess and popular ultras. I mean, secrets. They made them ultras, and then now like Promethean Princess, I got a copy for like $30. It was cheap. People was like, "Oh my god, you pay Pokemon players like you pay $30 for one card." I was like, "Yeah, that's Yu-Gi-Oh!" And then you got Yu-Gi-Oh players like, "Man, $30 is cheap." It's like people understand, "I want $30 expensive." And it's like, trust me, it's like Yu-Gi-Oh $30 is cheap. Like when you only need one other card, yeah, you're good. Like in Pokemon, no one was gonna play $30 for a card in Pokemon unless you want a high rarity. Make your deck high rarity, but you look at it, it's like the card is good. In a sense, I played it in my peer. I play Snake Eye Fire King, but I play a budget build of it. I'm not like I might wait to popular get to like 30s or like at least like it's like I was like I'll pay 120 for 3 cards. I'm not paying $120 per card.
I want to ask you this because I know people don't want to bring this up right now because you know how like you have budget Yu-Gi-Oh and you have structure decks and people don't want the structure decks hit because they invested so little. When it comes to a ban list coming up, that's gonna come up eventually in conversations. Do you think Konami would ever hit Fire Kings?
I would tell you this: none of the Fire King cards need to be hit. Those are not the cards that need to be hit. It's the Deal Bell Star engine that needs to be hit. That it does too much. If you're gonna hit a Fire King card, you can hit maybe Kieran or Garunix to one, but honestly, they're breaks if you don't have the right cards to go with them. If you want a card to ban or limit, you gotta look at that Deal Battlestar engine. Because you gotta realize the Deal Battlestar engine goes in every freaking thing. Fire King, Snake Eyes, Runic, Satyrion. There's that Deal Battlestar engine goes in everything. It's like, oh, you can play Fire King, but if you want to play competitive, you gotta get the Deal Battlestar engine, and then you can play called Pokemon Player Sheep because all they do is play the same top 5 decks. But then all you guys played, we played 10 different decks, but got all the same fucking hand traps and engines in it. It's like you play Fire. Oh, I play Fire. I saw somebody play a Fire. If they call it a Fire starter deck, they play Snake Eyes, Fire King, and Rescue Ace all in the same deck. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just like, dude, because they're all fire don't mean they go together. Like Jesus, and then you get mad at me because you play Pokemon, you play easy games. I was like, yeah, it's easy to fuck around and mess up, and you cost yourself to win. I was like, Jesus, these Yu-Gi-Oh players out here, literally out here, like paying $300 for bonfire just for that shit to get ash, and then they draw you on the next interaction. It's like, it's
how much is bonfire right now? Let me see on TSG Player how much it is right now.
It's a lot of I saw it was about 95. Let me
see. Bonfire from Maze of Millennia
was.
Let's see.
Ooh.
Bonfire.
Oh no! It went back up.
The
It's
CRs.
$120. No. The
Yeah.
Ultra.
Well,
The Ultras
Ultras.
is up.
Yeah.
It's $120. It went back up. Oh god.
Crazy.
It was
lived up to the
90.
hype, I guess.
It was 95 a week ago. About a week ago. Now that shit's up. There's a few for $110, and then that shit spikes up quickly. Let me look at Promethean Princess, Bestower of the Flames. She is 30. Ooh, she dropping.
She's dropping like it's hot.
She was $74 about 2 weeks ago. Now she is $30, $32. I told motherfuckers to wait.
They never did Legendary Duelist Season 4. They knew that was going to be some ass.
But also, they kind of have to wait. They can't.
Well, they reprinted all the good stuff that would have been value in that set anyway. Already got all the stuff already got reprinted. Yeah. God Slime, Ancient Chant. Yeah. That's it. That's the only thing valuable in that set anyway. Yeah, can I please don't print Season 4. Please don't. You don't need to. You can just bundle it and has a triple with another one. Honestly,
it's getting close. Snake Eyes. This is the card I've been wanting in my Snake because you guys can play Snake Eyes pure budget. Snake Eyes Popular is the only card you're missing. You don't need a Deal Bellstar engine. I've been telling people for weeks. You don't need a Wanted engine. You do need one Deal Bellstar. You do need one. My locals has one for $35. I might pull the trigger and buy it tomorrow. I might. But you don't need a Wanted. You do not need Wanted. I've actually tested this. You do not need Wanted. Wanted makes it like 15% more consistent, but it does make you more acceptable to get asked a lot faster. If this card is added to your hand, somebody drawing it, of course, Bonfire. You can special summon this card. Pretty much, or there's any other card that can help you get this Pyro Monster. This card is normal special summon. You can add one Snake Eye spell trap for your deck to your hand. Mm-hmm. Got a bunch of those. And boom. And in the deck I play 2 of it. I'll play 2. I played 2, not 3. I was playing 3, but you never need that third one. The third one, because I was playing Snake Eyes. What do we call it? I was playing Snake Eyes Fire Kings. I was trying to play with the Rescue Engine, but the Rescue Engine just has literally 4 bricks in it. It's good when it resolves, but my God, it's like 4 bricks. Ooh. That's good right there.
Well, thank you guys for coming out tonight and watching this episode of the Cloud9 podcast. We will be back here Sunday to talk about the LEC 2024 Winter Split Finals weekend, and it's going to be beginning earlier this week. It's actually going to start on Friday. We're going to get Fnatic versus Mad Lions, and after that, winner that'll face BDS, and after that, we'll see who faces G2 on.
It's gonna be a G2 versus Fnatic in the finals, baby.
Nope, Adam's winning his first split.
Don't make fucking Adam. Don't make me laugh. Don't do that.
What if Adam straight up claps every team that he faces this week? Goes 6-0.
Nigga, what?
Oh God. I'm just saying. Or Razor can bend his ass over and have Cass put his tongue in his ass. Never know what could happen, honestly.
Rather might get his shit clapped in.
I'm just saying, like, Laura was looking like a pure thought what she was wearing on that broadcast this past week.
I saw that. She was out there looking like she's about to go and take a trip to Paris, if you get what I'm saying.
Oh, my God. But,
she's about to go visit the Eiffel Tower.
I think for narratives, it would also be beneficial and unbeneficial if Fnatic made the finals, because then it just shows, it's just these guys are just dominating again. Europe's a 2-horse region again, but it's like, Fnatic dominating has been pretty suspect. Yeah, dominating, dodgy best of 3s, right? I'm gonna call that dominating.
Or what if it's G2 Bad Lies? I just hope it's not G2 BDS because if we get another fight like we had last week where G2 just clapped BDS 3-0, because I got to the fucking game at 2 o'clock thinking it was going to be game 4, and it comes up on the screen. Thank you for watching. I'm like, whoa. They said this shit started at 11 a.m. my time. It's not 2 o'clock. It is over. And then I just look at the chat. G2's winter winners. I was like, ah, damn, G2's 3-0 them. And I watched the vibes. I'm like, this is bullshit. This is bullshit, man. Thank you for watching. What the this shit? The series had. I mean, the live stream, of course, started like 4 hours ago. Yeah. But I was like, you gotta be kidding me. It is a yup. G2 with beat BDS in the upper bracket finals 3-0. I'm like, oh God, what the shit.
And you're thinking like all roads just lead back to G2 because like that's the worst thing that could happen with this week coming up is if G2 wins, then it just shows it's a one-team region. If Fnatic makes the finals and it's just Fnatic and G2, then it shows, it's just Fnatic and G2 dominating. But Fnatic haven't won a split since 2018 summer. But if it's BDS versus G2, like a rematch, and it's like, if BDS is the second best team, fuck this region. If Mad Lions make the finals,
think about it. If Mad Lions that make it, it's gonna be the last two teams that won a split. Think about it.
Yeah, because if it's G2 Mad, then it's just a repeat of what happened last winter. Then
not even that. It's literally gonna be the two teams that won splits last year. G2 won winter, Mad Lions won spring, and then, G2 won summer, and then finals.
I
was like, oh God.
Because that's the thing, though. Because Mad Lions, credit to them. They've lagged with 100 Thieves, have overperformed, and they've made Mad Lions have shown they don't need. Now they're vindicated. They don't need Mac. Mac probably thought they were only good because of him. No, they proved they could be good without you.
Did they overperform or did we undervalue them?
Or did most of the teams that had better players completely shit the bed?
A la Team Heretics, but then again, Team
Heretics better players.
I think we might have overvalued Team Heretics, and I think we just.
I'm saying, man, these are 4 random dudes that have never played LEC. I think rating them was perfectly fine where they're at. Maybe 8th was being generous. You know,
because if we look at the LEC teams real quick, matter of fact, we might do this on another stream by itself.
Yeah, we'll be doing that down on Sunday. But yeah, I think the problem here is there's no real good outcomes of narratives if you look at it, right? Because we'll start with Mad Lions. Mad Lions make it the finals. It's a repeat of last winter, and people will be like, "Oh, right." And Mad Lions make it. They're getting ass cheek destroyed. Fnatic make it. The repeat of just Fnatic G2. Narratives is a chance. If Fnatic can't beat G2 now, because Fnatic have played the closest games against G2 the entire split. They played the best games against them.
But fuck all that. Fnatic got 3 best of 5s. They at least 2. They need to get through 2 BO5s just to get to G2.
And then G2's already seen every strat they've probably been able to fucking throw at that point.
God, you got the Korean bot lane who out here looking suspect as hell.
Sushi bot lane. That shit is wet.
You got Oscar in it or Oscar entered. This motherfucker.
He's Oscar shitting. Oscar shitting on the bed.
Yeah. He's
been
too.
Like ass.
Oscar ass cheeks. Oscar ass cheeks. That's what he been. He don't get me started on Humidor.
Noah looks like fat a menace, but he's an ADC.
I'm about to say no offense. They both of them looking like, but I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to go.
Noah and a menace look alike. Do they not? Both are fat, retarded. They can't play League properly.
No, at least comparable. Like a menace is out here. A menace is funny because this motherfucker shit the bed and then blame everybody else. Like, nah, nigga, you got beat by Faker with one hand who chose silence against Oriana and still outlaid you. Like, I bet it. You dog shit, bro. You weak. You weak as hell. Like,
God, man.
How the fuck you get beat by one guy with one hand playing a champion that you should obviously beat, and he just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna pick this one champion, make T1 play 4v5, and if it wasn't for two towers going down, they perfect game your ass." Like, and you look at that, and it's like, at least with Noah, he's comparable, but my God,
You know what the worst part about that game was? Is it felt like they never had a chance ever. That's fucking depressing.
They never had a chance.
That's the worst league games to play. Is anything you do is worthless.
Yup. Like T1 literally, Faker literally chose not to play anything that game. It's still out. How the fuck you get out?
Faker was just along for the ride that game. Actually,
he literally said, "I would pick Silence to do nothing," and everybody was just nodding their head like, "Okay." It was like it's. I played against somebody earlier, or not earlier, a couple of days ago, where this motherfucker mid lane, he did the same thing. I was like, damn, this mid laner I played was trash. Our mid laner, you know what this motherfucker chose Orianna to? He chose Tristana. It did nothing. And still beat our Orianna. I was like, fuck, this Tristana out here just bombs. That's it. It's like at that point you gotta look and like there's times where I'm like, what the
I'll
fuck?
just say this right now, because like if BDS Mad, or maybe not, if BDS Mad or Fnatic do not win right now against G2, given how sloppy like G2's early game has been, it's not been good either. You ain't winning nothing else. If you can't win right now, fucking fork this shit over.
But I was saying this real quick. As bad as G2's early game is, Fnatic can't do shit. Like Fnatic showed that they could punish if they have the right comp. If they don't have the right comp, it don't matter how bad G2's playing. I was at FlyQuest.
Fnatic have been the only team that have played close games against them, and they still are so stupid they can't figure out what they need to do
because they got no late game. That's where G2.
Oh, dude, they're just retarded. It's just stupid.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but the roster isn't that bad. Like on paper, they probably should be the second best team. But it's like, bro, these games have been looking rough.
You got Hubert out here doing stuff get caught out. Razork out here just bad.
Hubert can't play Corki.
Oh God, no! First of all, he should play anything with projectiles. Oscar out here, he think he gonna make a play.
Oscar, he should never play Yone ever again. Top that was just awful. That was just bad. Never play that again.
And you got
the team that I want to win over G2 is Fnatic, obviously, because I do think they have something in their roster, but it's just, dude, FK Gaming basically gave them that series. I don't know if that was win trading, because that really did look like some win trading shit Niski was doing over there.
SK. I mean, but
like, did SK not give him that series? Did SK not just freely go like, you have it, I don't want it.
Yep.
I don't want to win. I don't want to be top 4.
I definitely got to talk about SK on Sunday because that's a team that gives me headaches. They give me fucking headaches.
The fact that they could finish top 4 last year with worse players and finish top 5 this year with better players is astounding. Remember, people, they finished better last year with worse players in theory.
You know the crazy part about it, they were literally they were
also one game away from making it top 3. They were one game away from beating Mad Lions to make it in top 30. Crazy.
You know the crazy part about it, they could have been first seed. They could have. It just decided not to show up week 3. Oh, that last week they showed up not to show up week 3.
Yeah, they also griefed their fucking chances at playing less best of 5s when they lost. Given how hard they played against Fnatic this past week, they should have no way that team should be ever losing to Team Vitality. Vitality is not even an org anymore at this point.
Not even just losing to Team Vitality. They got 2-0.
We're done here. I'm sorry, everyone. I'll be ranting for 10 more hours of this shit team. We'll be talking about the LEC finals this week coming up. But thank you guys watching so much. The Iron Man podcast episodes are getting uploaded. Once the last episode I have ready is done, all of this season goes up, and then after that, episodes simultaneously from the Iron Man podcast, and then this show will be uploaded to you guys. And then after that, I will also be having a podcast episode video for you guys detailing the schedule and everything, so that way you guys can consume the podcast and watch them if you want to live. We'll see you guys later. Like, comment, and subscribe. Most of all, enjoy. I'm MSK, Master Swacking, signing out. See you guys on Sunday.